55.
Good morning! Hi everyone!
Welcome back to another video with HandsOn HigherEd. I'm Alfred, and today's video we're going to be talking about creating an effective working environment. So if you have been spending these last few weeks in quarantine waking up like this 5 minutes before a meeting, we're going to change it up a little bit today and create an amazing working environment. So stay tuned and get excited, folks. We're ready to bring you an awesome video. So if you're stuck at home on quarantine and something like this has happened,
We're going to be talking
what do you want for
about
lunch?
end of the year move outs, which is going to be very, very important.
I guess no lunch. Bye.
so our first step in creating an effective working environment from home is actually going ahead and establishing some boundaries. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do first is make sure that ideally you're finding a very enclosed space, ideally one with a door, that can separate your working environment from the rest of your home. The next step is going ahead and creating some office signs. Before we go into how each of these office signs is going to be used, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the structure. So when we create these office signs, we really want to make sure that we're thinking long term. We're definitely not planning to stay at home in quarantine for the rest of our lives, right? So we want to be able to use these in the office when we return. So long term, thinking about it that way, we want to include our name on these. We want to include our address for our office, a general message. We also want to include our office phone number, an email address, and a QR code to publicize our social medias, whether we live in residence halls or communities and things like that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start talking about the actual message that's contained on this sign. So this message states, "Feel free to knock." The reason that's important is you always want to explain to everyone who is outside of your working space what they can expect to be happening inside your working space. So in this event, when they come and they knock on the door, they're going to know that you're completely available. So the next time we're going to be talking about is in a meeting, do not disturb. So you're always going to want to use this sign every time you're about to enter a meeting, especially your Zoom meetings or any phone calls that you might be having. You always want to make sure that you post this up so that your family members or friends, kids, etc. know that they shouldn't be entering this room because they would be interrupting a meeting that you're in. So with this sign, you're basically stating something very similar to being in a meeting, but this just means that you're currently busy and you're really focused in on a special project. So if your department or your supervisor has assigned you a very particular project to take care of, you're going to want to make sure that you post this sign out your door so that you're not being interrupted in the middle of your project. So with this particular sign, we want to make sure that it's laminated, right? All the other signs are laminated as well, but this one it's particularly important for because you're going to want to be able to use a dry erase marker on the sign to write important messages to friends or family. So for example, say it's getting to be about lunchtime and you need your significant other to pick up some lunch for you. This is a really awesome sign to have because then you can write in your order and without ever disturbing you, they know exactly what you want. So now let's get ready for our next tip.
Messy spaces impacts productivity. It is hard to focus on important tasks when several things compete for your attention. Being around disorganization makes it harder for your brain to focus, increases stress, reduces concentration, and reduces creative thinking. Clutter can also have a negative effect on your mental and physical health too. It can leave you feeling anxious, stressed, or even depressed. Ensuring that you have an organized room and knowing where everything is will make you far more efficient in your actions, particularly when you wake up. Building habits like making your bed every morning encourages you to start your day off right and feel in control. Also, having a tidy room allows you to get work done when you need to. As for lights, when I used to live in a colder climate, I developed seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, for not getting enough sunlight or vitamin D in my system. So in our home now, we have light bulbs that stimulate daylight and helps combat SAD. This has definitely been a game changer, especially during those gloomy and rainy days. A couple of weeks ago, I started to use essential oils thanks to a colleague and friend, and oh, what a difference it has made, especially during these times. I have learned that relaxing your body begins with the mind, and in order to help your body to be focused, you need to be relaxed. I use my diffuser to help create a soothing and calming environment in my workspace. I find that my Hourglass is imperative to my productivity. They are useful as I struggle with time management and staying focused, especially during these times. By using an Hourglass, it helps me keep track of how much time I am spending on tasks because I have discovered that using my iPhone is a productivity killer because every pop-up, beep, buzz, and chime became a distraction from what I was trying to accomplish. Keeping a reusable water bottle on you is a great way to stay hydrated because roughly 60% of the body is made of water. It is important to drink enough to maintain the body's fluid balance, which helps transport nutrients in the body, regulates body temperature, digests food, and much more. Ignite your productivity with a mouse pad that doubles for a to-do list or daily task. This has helped me focus on the day's priorities, tasks, and allows me to get more done during the day by focusing on what's important. One of the most common noise distraction is keyboard typing and being able to hear conversations that your family or roommates are having outside your workspace. Investing in a noise canceling headsets has improved audio quality and makes it easier for me to remain focused during my Zoom meetings. I am a planner girl and love everything stationary. Since working from home, however, my to-do list, meeting notes, and planning management has definitely changed, so be on the lookout for a future video that discusses my new tools and techniques that I have been adapting and has helped me remain focused and able to accomplish daily work tasks successfully during this time. If you're a fan of the planner community, be sure to check out our Power Up Your Planning playlist from our YouTube channel. If you follow us on social media at HandsOn HigherEd, you know I have discovered a new hobby, which is filling our home with plants thanks to my colleagues. At work, we even have a group chat called Plants Chat where we showcase our plants, provide tips, and etc. I also learned recently that if you have plants on your desk or workspace area, it helps reduce stress, increase productivity, helps clean the air, and even reduces noise levels. I absolutely love my desk organizer shelf that helps store my essential and must-have office supplies that sits above my keyboard. I like having items such as paper clips, sticky tabs, markers and highlighters, my absolutely favorite pens, and also post-it notes that has lines and also solid. I made this DIY wallpaper using Canva, and I absolutely appreciate it. It helps me organize everything, and I have sections for to-do, projects, resources, to file, programs, and miscellaneous.
All right, folks, so we really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you have a better understanding of how to create an amazing work environment at home. As a reminder, if you want to get any of the signage that we showed you today, or even this amazing desktop wallpaper that we have right here behind me, feel free to go ahead and email us at handsonhighered@gmail.com and we'll work on sending that to you right away. Other than that, thank you so much for all the support you've given our channel. We're definitely almost at 400 views as of today. Really hoping to get to 500 in May. So if you can, subscribe to us, hit that bell notification. It would really help support our channel. Until next time, we'll see you then.